and welcome to my first YouTube video. I am so excited to have you join me, and I'm so excited to do this. It definitely feels a little cringy, but I'm doing it anyway because I want to. So I'm sure a lot of you are asking, who am I? And my name is Melba Saunders of Melba S 4.0. You can check me out on that with that handle on other social platforms, where I just share my story, journey, and approach for cultivating a fun, fabulous, and very chaotic lifestyle. And I say chaotic because I'm a mom first of two chocolate drop babies, and they're not really babies, but if you're a mother or a parent, you understand that they're always your babies, but they're 12 and 9 now, two dope little boys, as well as finding time for family, of course work. I'm very career driven, supporting a family owned business, and can't forget having fun and just being fabulous day to day. So a lot of times, and I'm not saying I'm an expert on it, but I'm asked, how do I do it all? And I know we all do it, right? Most of us are trying to find that balance, but oftentimes I'm just asked how I do it. So I said, hey, why not share what my tips, approach, and perspective is on how to do that. So I'll go a little bit later into, who I am. But first, just kind of want to give you some insight on what to expect with these videos. There'll be a hybrid of vlog as well as whatever, my brain dump is at the time. So like I said, or may have said, I don't know if I said, but this is a creative outlet for me. So I may want to share what I'm consuming from a content perspective, and say content, social media, reading, what I'm watching on TV, to what I'm actually buying and consuming, little things that bring me joy. I'm a self-proclaimed bad baby fashion girl. So I may sometimes share my outfits of the day and cool things that I find and want to share with you all. So again, thank you for joining me on this journey. If you like what you're hearing, or if you finish this video and like what you see, please subscribe and leave me some thoughts below, right? I know I don't have the blueprint for finding balance between fun, fabulous, and chaos. So please share in the comments below how you do it, how you do it for yourself, how you do it for your family, and how you create this space to really live your best life. Thank you for making it through my first video this far. You probably just saw all the footage from an event I went to earlier this week, which was super interesting and super dope. I went to, I guess, a watch party for the new HBO, I believe it's on HBO and HBO Plus series, We Own This City. It's executive produced by David Simon, and I think the showrunner is his name John, don't get me the lion, I'm looking at my notes, y'all. John Pelicanos, is his first name John? I can't remember, last name Pelicanos, but both of them were associated. Of course, David Simon was the executive producer for the show The Wire, the critically acclaimed show The Wire. So again, this is, and a lot of what you saw in The Wire was, loosely based on real life occurrences, and so is that We Own the City. So I mentioned before that, it's of special interest to me, and again, later in the video, I'll give you my quick bio, but one of my former roles in a past life, I was the spokesperson for the Baltimore City State's Attorney between 2016 and 2019, I was there. So all of this broke, I believe, well, all this stuff that happened with the Gun Trace Task Force, and for those of you that aren't familiar, first Google it, because it's like, ooh, child, it's a lot. But basically, it was the rogue unit with the Baltimore City Police Department that were basically robbing the robbers and, robbing, convicted criminals or robbing criminals, and basically, Wild Wild West type stuff, right? So I worked in the state's attorney's office as her spokesperson at the time, and was dealing with all of that in terms of the fallout within the media, the local media, and actually the national media from a prosecution and case perspective. But watching the first episode, it was a bit removed from that work or from that job, so I thought I could come back to this objectively but still have familiarity with what was going on. So first, from a show perspective, they did, I think, a good job, at least from the first episode. I'm sure to get better, a good job of starting to tell the story. There's so many intricacies that were involved that I'm sure super difficult to figure out a way to package it in 58 minutes, at least for the first episode. But I definitely see where the team was going. So very, very grateful. I got to go to that event and hear from folks in the writer's room and folks that worked on production, including D. Watkins. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he's a native Baltimorean, New York Times best-selling author. Has a great collection of books that leverage his personal story, as well as just really finding ways to uplift our local community, and black men specifically that are returning citizens or had run-ins with the law before. D has a very, very compelling story, so definitely I'll probably link below. He also wrote or co-wrote the autobiography for Carmelo Anthony. So many of you know, he claims both New York City as well as Baltimore City as his hometown. And so that was, D has a great, just a great body of work. So definitely check out his books below. And ironically, his wife, Karan, got to shout her out. We actually worked in the state's attorney's office together at the time all this happened. So just a really, you'll learn Baltimore, as I talk more about my experiences here, is super small, and especially within a lot of circles. So just super dope to see, hear Dee's perspective in terms of being a contributing writer or being in the writer's room, as well as some of the things that he really coordinated and leveraged his relationships here in the city to really put Baltimore on the map, almost from an economic perspective. So I'm not going to go in too much in terms of the content of the actual show. I want folks to watch it. A couple people that are on there that folks may be familiar with is John Bernthal. I didn't really know about him until King Richard, but he played in King Richard. Apparently he's done other stuff like The Walking Dead or something, but he did play in the last tennis coach in King Richard that really helped was a part of Serena and Venus' journey, right before they got, I think, their Nike deal. But then also Josh Charles, who I'm a big fan of. I used to love The Good Wife. He was on The Good Wife. He was also on one of my recent favorite shows, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. He plays, he is a character on there. But he's also a Baltimore native. So I think he split his time between Baltimore and New York City. He went to Baltimore School for the Arts for some time, and a lot of folks know that school because Jada Pinkett Smith graduated from there. It's a local arts high school, as well as the transition Tupac. So definitely was happy to see those actors in it, and especially John Bernthal. So if you watch it, Baltimore has a very unique accent, white folks talk a very specific way, black folks talk a very specific way. And according to, some of the talk Dee shared that, John Bernthal specifically work ethic and like mastery around just really understanding, understanding common folks here in Baltimore. He really worked hard to do that, and I definitely saw that effort in the episode. But again, watch it. You got to pay attention. If you're familiar with like kind of the wire concept and what happens, it's a lot of moving parts. So like you really have to pay attention, and it's like a ramp up effect, which I definitely know what the peak will probably be, because I was very close to it when it happened. So just continue to watch and stick with it. But and just in terms of the storyline, instead of and Dee helped add this perspective during his talk. For me it was like, oh, another bad thing about Baltimore City, but he also said that, and I never thought of this, the Gun Trace Task Force and what they did in real life and what they try to do in terms of the writing is disrupt that white hero cop, right? So in the wake of all the social injustice and, the Black Lives Matter movement, like this type of art and content helps support why we really need to rethink our justice system, especially as it related to law enforcement, our law enforcement system, and why things like defund the police make some sense. So I never thought about it in that way. And he also made a good point, and I never thought about this too, was the first really bad cop type of like real story we saw was Training Day. And of course that was a black cop. Do with that what you will. But it just, this show, and there's been others similar, but this show specifically really gets in the nitty gritty around why we kind of have to, not just, for every 100 apples, 99 are good, right? So law enforcement is important, obviously. I'm not here trying to say that all cops are bad, but just kind of dispelling that myth that all of them are extra good. And just really disrupting that narrative, I think was important, and the way they did it through art is super dope. So definitely watch the show. That's just my personal take on it. But also, you saw some footage of the venue where the actual event was held, and that was at Baltimore Revival Hotel, which is technically a Hyatt property, but their concept is different than your typical Hyatt or typical hotel. It's based, or the hotel is located in the Mount Vernon part of Baltimore City, which is like west, almost like not northwest, but west Baltimore City, right above downtown, and what I would consider kind of like our arts district. So if you're familiar, the Peabody is there, the Walters Art Museum is there. So the concept around the hotel is very much like community and arts based, and they host events such as what I went to and other things. I think they really try to source local vendors. I think in the footage you'll see a can of a mixed cocktail that I had from Sagamore, which is a local whiskey distillery here. Actually, I believe it's owned by the same family that owns Under Armour. So I think it's a Plank project, Kevin Plank project. But all that to say, very, very cool space. If you ever come to Baltimore, definitely think about looking there to stay. If you're looking into like alternative, like not alternative, because it's still very much a hotel, but just like alternative, if you're ever looking to stay at an alternative type of space. So that's my take on We Own This City. Again, it's on HBO or HBO Plus. I'll be sure to link where you can watch it below, as well as some of the other mentions. Dee's work in terms of his books, Baltimore Hotel Revival, maybe a link to Sagamore as well. So next, watch some footage of my other travels, and maybe I'll end out this video with a little bit more about me and some other things I have going on. Okay, and of course, I gotta give you my outfit of the day. It's, after work on Friday, and I'm actually gonna leave the house because I work from home full time. But super excited about this outfit, and the main reason is because I bought probably both of these items in terms of the shirt and the pants maybe 2 years ago or last year. I can't remember. I couldn't fit either of them, right? So they always say like a lot of stylists and style influencers always say, like, get rid of the stuff you can't fit. It's holding you down from a style perspective and bogging down your closet, which I agree. But I'm super proud of myself because I'm on this journey. One, I'll be very transparent, to lose weight. My sister is getting married in the fall, and I just don't want to feel like a elephant walking down the aisle. But also, like, just the mental benefits. Like, you know, I feel like I'm fly at any size. You know, thick is where it's at. But just like in terms of what, eating differently, sleeping differently, how active I am really makes a difference for me and like my mental productivity and how I feel mentally. So it's obviously a form of self-care. So just super excited about my commitment and my results. So like for the first time in probably like 20 years, I actually like fit into clothes and lost weight and fit into clothes. Probably haven't done that since early college. But outfit of the day, this blue cropped collared shirt. It's from one of our, I guess, you know, one of our more affordable brands. I think it's either Boohoo or Pretty Little Thing. I'll link similars below because I got it so long ago. I doubt it's still available. These linen wide leg pants. I don't know if you see, they have like a piping down the middle, which is pretty cool. Got these from Misguided. These shoes are super old. They're Oxford, like a blush color patent leather Oxford. And I got these from, sorry y'all, I'm new at this so I missed my head. But I got these, I think either from Aldo or Steve Madden. And then I bought my first Kurt Geiger purse. And I thought I ordered the all white one, which I may still do. But I ended up getting this blush one and it's still super cute and match these shoes. And what I like about this is the mini Kensington Drench. And what I like about this, and I'll do some zoom ins for you all, so pop those in. But what I like about this purse is like the monochromatic look, right? So from the chain to the Kurt Geiger, what is that, like parrot or whatever? It's all the same color blush. On my head, I have like a raffia headband from Zara I got last year. And then my little pop of color on my lips is one of my favorite makeup lines, black owned. A lot of folks know about it. Used to be called the Lip Bar, but now TLB. And it's the brighter red, and I'll link that below as well. So this is my fit today when I go pick up my babies and hit the streets with them a little bit.
I do not know what exactly.
I don't know either. I guess we're about to go to Booker's Restaurant and Bar, black-owned restaurant brunch spot.
Yes.
So our first time using all of our cameras and having fun. You have fun?
Yes, I have fun.
Yes, I have fun. You're so stern.
Very historic area.
Very what?
Historic.
It is very historic. So hopefully we were dumb. Everybody knows not to come to Philly and not make reservations. We didn't make any reservations, so we're gonna go in here on the humble and pray for the best. Hopefully you'll see some footage.
Hopefully.
All right, bye. Oh, my face is everything. I don't even need a filter.
And that's the thing I like the way that you're
y'all, so same girl, different hair. You know, really was excited about starting my YouTube channel, and then met iMovie. And it took me literally weeks to figure it out, bit by bit, but I'm back. So finally finishing up this video. Actually, shoot, I started that video in early May and we're like early June now. So that's why you see this really cute Aritzia tank top. Shout out to Politics and Fashion, one of my favorite YouTube channels, but she always is raving about Aritzia tanks and crops, and that's what I'm wearing today because it's hot enough to wear it. And I don't know, since I've turned about like 38, 39, I just like wearing crop tops. I don't know if it's because thick is in, and well, thick has always been in, but you know, like the rolls are out and people don't care. I don't know, but I love a crop top, and Aritzia has the best. So I'll link those below. Again, thanks Politics and Fashion Tashira for always plugging all the dopest affordable pieces. But anyway, what you just saw in that last montage of my vlog, first you should have seen my baby boy. He's not a baby, but my youngest. His name is Carter, and he's almost 10. He had a tournament, or basketball tournament. He plays AAU basketball, which we all know is very intensive. They have you traveling all over the place. But he had a tournament at Eastern Shore, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, which is a local public HBCU here. Go Hawks. I didn't go there, but go Hawks. So we had a fun day there. And you also see some footage around their athletic center, and some cool pictures, and of course my baby on the court. And then after that, I had some footage of my 41st birthday celebrations. So from everything, or includes everything from me and my lover, my boo, going to Philly. Fun fact, we have the same birthday, 7 years apart. Yes, I'm the older one, but 7 years apart. So we celebrated our birthday over the weekend in Philadelphia. Then and then came back here to Baltimore and did some fun stuff with my girls. We went to this place called Monarch in Baltimore, which is like a French concept. And they have dancers and oh gosh, I can't remember the style of dancers that they're called, but it's really cool and dope, and the food is good. So I'll definitely link that below if folks are interested in that. So thank you for watching my first video. I know I said in the beginning I'll tell you more about myself, but you all will figure that out over time. Again, if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more of Melba S 4.0 and how I cultivate my fun, chaotic, and fabulous life, please subscribe. And, you know, let me know what you think of the first video. I know, you know, it's my very first attempt. Super excited, nervous, almost cringing a bit that I did this, but I think I'm feeling the camera a little bit. I think I like the camera a little bit. So you're going to see more. Thank you all, and see you soon. Bye.